Hi and welcome to the Martin Bell Show. In this video today I'm going to be doing an update on what's been happening with my YouTube channel. So as you can see here, I now have a whiteboard up on my wall, and this is so useful to have. Highly recommend everyone getting one for themselves, other if it's mounted onto a wall or freestanding or leant up against somewhere. So it enables you to plan out your mind or plan out some goals or some tasks. So I have it here for my goals, my tasks and my investments that I have. So let's go off from my goals first of all. So I've set some really hard goals to achieve that aren't very realistic in the short term, but I know that I'll be able to achieve them in the end. But even if I come up short, it's a lot better to come up short on a very hard goal than an easy goal. But I do have short goals that help pull me forward to track my progress, and medium ones that do track my process. So my first one is to have £12.5 million invested into the stock market. I would love to be able to own 25 rental properties, or invested in some kind of myself into real estate, or maybe some commercial real estate, or into some kind of syndicate thing, or some where I get together a group of people where we get into like wouldn't be so much in the UK where it would be like multi apartments or something like that, or maybe some single tenant door houses, but I'm not too sure about that yet. But I do want to own some physical real estate for myself as well, and to have £500,000 in cash at all times. So these aren't goals that I are not at yet, but these are very hard goals, and these are my ambitions. So this is why it's so important to have a whiteboard, is to track your progress and monitor where you're at, and you get to see it each day, and then you get to adjust it and change it, and you can plan things out. So useful to have. So here's my investment so far. I have been started for a little while, so not for too long. So here's my investment. So if you're not from the UK, or if you are from the UK and you don't know, a SIP is a self-invested personal pension, and you can put up to £3,400. No, that's how much I've got in there. You can put up to £40,000 a year in, and if you don't put the full amount in, you can roll it over, I think, for 3 years, and all the money grows capital tax exempt from capital gains and dividends. But obviously when you start to draw down, or with the the drip, has to have a drip, otherwise I'm not doing it. As I say, if it has no cash flow, I just say no. That wasn't me, I think it was Charlie Munger who said that. Has no cash flow, just say no, because I'm not looking to buy a speculative asset where someone in the future will probably pay more for it. So at the moment I have 3,400 invested. I received one of my largest dividend payments the other day, which was before I go any further, this is not constituted as financial advice, it's just me documenting my journey for inspirational, motivational or educational purposes only. Was the iShares FTSE 100, where I received £11.60, and I've actually had it drip where it bought one more unit of itself, so the ball is starting to roll. So yeah, I have 3,000, rubbed a bit out there, so I have £3,400 in. In my other one I have an ISA, where it's just it's a stocks and shares ISA, where you can put up to £20,000 a year in, tax sheltered, where all capital gains are tax exempt, and that goes for dividends, and you can draw it out whenever you want. And I have a cash savings account with Hargreaves Lansdown, where it's just cash just waiting to be used, stored and ready to be used, either invested or spent on something that I need. So at the moment I have £4,200 in investments. I do have other things, but they're not listed on here. So on this part here, I have like my goals for today. Like for some of them is to have no chocolate, for example, today, because I want to start lowering my chocolate, as I want to start eating healthier and lowering my sugar levels down. I have done this by, I used to have Weetabix, and I always used to have sugar on top of my Weetabix, and I no longer do that anymore, and I've really lowered my sugar intake, and now I want to lower it even more by cutting out the sugar in the chocolate. I also don't drink alcohol anymore. If I do drink, it is alcohol-free alcohol, so it's just like grape juice that tastes like wine, but it's really tasty. But I will want to lower that as well, because it does have quite a bit of sugar. And I'm also going to be making the switch to move into caffeine-free coffee beans, fresh coffee beans, because I do like my coffee, but I prefer tea. Later at the night I may have like a caffeine coffee like early in the day, like early, And that's the thing there. And I've also listened to, whilst I was in my bath, to listen to more to Grant Cardone's The 10X Rule, which is inspired, obviously, the high goal up there. So this is why it's so important to have this whiteboard on the wall, and get it up there and get it going. So it's very, very important, and I hope you found this video useful. And if you haven't got a whiteboard yet, highly recommend getting one. You can plan out all the activities and tasks that you get to get done, and you get to track your progress. So I hope you found this video useful, and I will be maybe even thinking about maybe doing this daily, even like tracking what my goals are, maybe at the end of the day even, actually writing what I had down for the day and what I did get done and what I didn't get done, tracking my investments. Obviously, if I change that, how close I am to getting that. So I'm thinking I may do that. So yes, so hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you all soon.